Let's check out the new yarn at Michael's. So in case you haven't heard about it yet, Michael's recently bought JOANN's intellectual property, and now they can sell JOANN's Posh yarn and Baby Bear. There's just a different label. They labeled it Posh Purl. There's a lot of colors, and I particularly like this nice lilac purple. This bright sunshine yellow is so pretty. And we have this nice blue. They also have the Baby Bear yarn from JOANN, relabeled as Cozy Cub. This bubblegum pink is really cute. Cozy Cub is also very soft. They also carry good old neutral colors. And some more shades of blue. When comparing the Cozy Cub and Posh Purl yarn, Cozy Cub feels thicker and softer, whereas Posh Purl is more tubular and is slightly skinnier. Okay, after some browsing, now it's time to pick the colors I want. I'm definitely getting this lavender color. As for the Posh Purl, I'm just going to get one skein in mint. Hi there, welcome back to another video. This is Karen from Crochet, and in today's video we will be talking about the new yarn at Michael's, Posh Purl and Cozy Cub. Then I will be crocheting the Leggy Frog by Not Jaded Company, and I'll be using both the Cozy Cub yarn as well as the Posh Purl, just to show you the difference between the two. And as we all know, unfortunately the yarn store JOANN's in the States went bankrupt and closed down all their stores, so a lot of their yarns that people enjoyed buying is no longer available. And in particular, they currently have Posh Purl yarn, which is the equivalent to Big Twist Posh, as well as Cozy Cub, and the equivalent is JOANN's Baby Bear. So as you saw in the initial part of the video, I went shopping at Michael's. I called in and there were some stores that had it, so I went to my local Michael's and purchased some Posh Purl yarn as well as the Cozy Cub. So I will show you the skeins that I purchased. Okay, so let's check out the new yarn I got. So in the Posh Purl, I got it in this color mint. And in terms of the specs, this is considered a number 5 yarn, so bulky, and the suggested crochet hook size is 8mm. I'm going to be using a 5mm hook. For amigurumi, I like to use smaller sized hooks, and I generally use a 5mm. In the Cozy Cub yarn, I got 3 skeins. I got it in this nice golden yellow. It's just called Gold. I also got it in this nice purple. It's called Lavender. And I'll be using this one in a Cozy Cub to make the Leggy Frog. And lastly, I got this nice green. It's called Pale Green. Between these two yarns, I prefer Cozy Cub because it feels softer than Posh. I would say that Cozy Cub feels like an in-between the Posh yarn and good old chenille yarns like Parfait Chunky or chenille yarns from Hobby. It feels like it doesn't really shed. I will crochet the Leggy Frog and then we will see how much it sheds or if it doesn't. But when I just pull on it like this, it doesn't it doesn't break. The little pieces doesn't fall apart. So it seems quite promising. I feel like the Posh Purl yarn is quite similar to the Moja Dream yarn brand. They're both tubular. It doesn't shed at all, which is great. I used the Moja Dream yarn a couple of weeks ago to make a little octopus, and I feel that it is quite similar. People have likened the two, so I'm not surprised to see this in person of how close it resembles one another. I'll show you up close. You can see it's very strong. It's good for beginners, I would suggest. Let me know in the comments below if you have access to the new yarn and which one you prefer. Okay, let's move on to the next part of the video. I'll be using this yarn first in the purple Cozy Cub to crochet a Leggy Frog. So this is the pattern that I will be using, Leggy Frog by Not Jaded Company. Whoops. here's the Leggy Frog so far. It's so cute. It turned out so tiny. Those little arms. Let's continue. Guys coming along, I added safety eyes, and let's finish him off. And we are done. Here's the Leggy Frog. He's so janky, so cute. He ended up turning really, really small. So adorable. I'm going to make the next Leggy Frog using the Posh Purl yarn to compare. This one is a size 5, so it is smaller than the Cozy Cub, which is a size 6. So let's see how much of a difference in size it will make. And here's the completed Leggy Frog in the Posh Purl. And comparing the two, there is a slight size difference. With the Posh Purl being a size 5, it did come out smaller than the size 6 Cozy Cub, just by a smidge. So both these yarns are very easy to work with. They don't shed. And surprisingly, this one that is the chenille type, there was no shedding at all. Just a wee bit came off when I was stitching the closing the bottom, but that was about it. So which is my favorite? I would say I like the Cozy Cub yarn more than the Posh Purl. I like that this one it feels softer when I work with it. That being said, I think that both yarns are great, and I think it's worth checking it out at Michael's and getting your own a try. Thank you so much for joining in watching another one of my videos. I hope you enjoyed crocheting together with the new Posh Purl yarn and Cozy Cub yarn from Michael's. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button for more and give this video a like, and I'll see you next time. Bye.